brain and lungs. You wanna hit this shit?
Killer, Dipset, Check my stats, man. 78 I got to be the best living, man. You already know. It's too easy. Like Alex Trebek, you're in jeopardy. Yes, sir, we got the recipe. Give you a tech, but nope, not a referee. Like why?
What? You want it to be one way.
Man, I don't
want it to be one way.
Man, stop.
But it's the other way.
Yeah, it is.
Where are we? I know none of this makes sense yet. But everyone in this town has been exactly where you are right now. Everyone sees the tree. Those groves.
We'll just get out of here, please.
Kevin, we are stuck.
We didn't come here. We were brought.
What are you doing?
I'm checking to see.
What's going on, YouTube? We back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Nimes' YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we back with another TV show review. And this time we got From, that's premiered on EPIX, the TV network, I'm thinking, but the show is called From, and this is the season 1 review. It's a lot going on with this show, so y'all gonna have to bear with me. This is one of the biggest ones I'm probably gonna do as far as reviews, just off everything that's going on, and the fact that with everything that's going on, it's still a lot of questions that's not answered. But that's one of the things I really enjoy about this show, man. Before we get into like some of the things I like, some of the things I'm curious about, some of the questions I got, and basically just how I feel overall about the series, let's just get into the plot for some of the people who might not be familiar with the show, because I feel like a lot of people are not tuned into this show or don't know a lot about this show or have not watched this show. This show is about a town that's pretty much got a lot of people that's stuck in it. So one day you pretty much have a family that's coming through called the Matthews, and they're pretty much giving directions to just go up the road. But soon they figure out that there's no road to go up, and they keep going around in circles and ending up back in the same town. But soon they figure later out that they can't leave this town. They're stuck in this town like everybody else that's in this town. What really caught my attention about this show was the aspect of the mystery behind it. Like I said, it's been a long time since we had a show that has a lot of mystery behind it and just things that's going on. And as you see, the people who did this show are the people behind Lost. And you know anything about Lost? I watched Lost later on. I didn't catch Lost when it first came on. But if you know anything about Lost, you know it's a lot of mystery. It's a lot of what? It's a lot of It's a lot of what the hell is going on. And that's what this show does a good job at. That's what I will say. And it's just the formula it goes with, especially having this leader as far as played by Harold Pinero, and I'm hoping I'm saying his name right, but very, very good actor, man. He been in a lot of things, man. Like I said, I feel like he got his real good start on Oz. HBO show was a prison show called Oz. And like I said, he was on Lost, but he been in a lot of movies. He played a not a significant role, but he had a little role on Sons of Anarchy, which he played a villain. He killed that role. But in this show, he plays a character called Boy, and he's the leader of the town. And one thing about this whole thing that's going on as far as this town with the people are stuck in, the people are divided. You have the people in the town, which is run by Boy, and not really run by Boy, but he pretty much looks over them. And you have the colony house, which is run by another character called Donna. These are pretty much the pivotal characters of the show. Like I said, it's a lot of people in this show, and it's a lot of characters in here. But these are the pivotal characters as far as Boyd, Donna, and I would say Father Kateri, and I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. This is a really good character, man. He plays a very pivotal role in here. One thing I will say about this show as far as the similarities, like I said, I got vibes as far as The Mist and Lost. It's a lot of those vibes in there, especially when you get these group of people that's stuck in a situation, whether it's involving creatures that's coming at them or it's involving just situations where they don't know where's going on, how to get out of it, or seem like they stuck in a situation, especially when it pertains to Lost. And like I said, the people behind Lost came up with this. Speaking of Boyd, man, I really like this character, and the first thing that I had as far as asking questions and reasons why you loving characters, enjoying characters so much is their past. Because one thing I really enjoyed about this show is we getting characters where you want to know what's going on with their past. And one thing I had and questions I had was what's up with Boyd's past, because once the show starts off, you don't really get too many answers with what's going on, especially with the people we're getting engaged with as far as our characters. But one of the most important characters I wanted to know about was Boyd. Like I said, man, Harold Pinero, and I hope I'm saying his name right, Harold Pinero, it's just the way he portrays this character, Boyd, and his leadership. But not only that, it's the way that he has to deal with certain circumstances. Like, he has to make those hard decisions. And the fact that everything he's going through, it kind of made me not like his son, man. I'm sorry, Ellis, man. It's like, bro, it's like you don't, like I said, once again, you have to understand before you get to that backstory to understand what's really going on. But even when you do get that backstory, like I said, with Boyd's past, because if you don't know, and I hope I didn't say this, maybe I didn't, Boyd and Ellis are father and son. Ellis is the son to Boyd. And like I said, when the show starts, we don't really get a confirmation of what's going on with them, because Boyd, once again, is the leader of this town. And Ellis is in a house with Donna as far as the colony house. And this is two different groups that's in this town. And that's what we start off with. And we just get a whole bunch of mystery behind what's going on between those two. But once again, once we get an understanding with Boyd's past, it kind of makes you even more for me as a viewer, I didn't like Ellis even more, because it's like after you seen what Boyd had to do, and it's like, damn, nigga, do you not see what he going through? I get why I guess a little frustrated, but sometimes he seemed like a brat. And even in one of the pivotal episodes, which I feel like is episode 7, it's like, man, get this nigga up out of here. I want him out of here. I want him go. I'm sorry, man. I want him out of here. I'm just saying, man, I did not like his character like that, but just the way he was treating his father as far as Boyd. And maybe that's just the portrayal and the acting coming from Harold Pinero, where I'm just rooting for this character, man. I see everything he's doing, and that's even before we even get to his past and everything he's trying to deal with all these people he's trying to look out for, and the responsibility is coming with looking out for these people. Before I even get along farther, plot wise, we do, as far as the group of people that ends up coming through this town, as far as the Matthews, which I was explaining as far as the plot, we get the Matthews. Like I said, it's not just the Matthews. We also get 2 more characters who end up running them off the road, and that's how we get our introduction to them. As far as, not introduction, but that's how we get them, as far as them coming back and forth through town and them end up wrecking as far as running to this other individual. Like I said, as far as the Matthews, we have Jim and Christy. Oh, I'm not wrong as far as that, but Christy might be the girlfriend. I'm sorry. I think we have Julie as the daughter. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, and we have Ethan as far as the son. Like I said, the group of people that we getting as far as this family, they're interesting characters, man. I'm not gonna act like they not, but to be honest, I was just more interested in what was going on with Boyd and what he had going on as far as trying to make sure this town was straight. Like I said, it's not like I didn't enjoy the Matthews and what they had going on, because they play pivotal roles in this series. It's just that, especially with the husband, it's just like they were kind of one-note characters, especially when you watch so many of these similar shows and so many ones that seem like, all right, I've got these guys before. But when it comes to Harold Pinero's character's Boyd, that's the character I was wanting to follow. Even with Father, what's the name? I'm sorry, y'all. Father Kateri. These characters, like, just hearing their stories and wanting to know their backstories, and oh my goodness, man, when it come to Father Kateri's backstory, and just leading up to that, because I had some questionable things going on about him, and you know how they like to do these whole things, and I think they was doing it on purpose as far as throwing us off with his character, especially when certain things started to come to light as far as his past, and it was like, oh man, I hope he didn't do what I think he did. But then when he started explaining, it was like, oh man, like I said, the episode, I would say 7 is one of the most pivotal episodes. Be looking out for the episode, but you definitely feel like it's a great build up for the episode. I don't feel like it's no slow episodes. Let me say that. I feel like every episode is tense. It's what you dealing with these people and everything they going with. Because I haven't got to what most of the dangers are besides them being stuck in town. I'm going to get to that. That's the thing. I haven't even got to that. But I'm giving you information as far as certain characters that I was following, mainly Boyd. But like I said, it's so many different characters, so many different things going on. But like I said, I had to talk about some of the main ones. And like I said, Boyd is one of my main ones, but it's also Father Kateri and Donna. Because Donna, like I said, with what she's trying to do with the colony house, because I feel like more is the town is more of a place where it's certain things you have to follow, certain rules you have to follow. You have to be on your, you know what I'm saying, P's and Q's. But when it comes to the colony house, it's a little bit more freelance. Like, you can get away with a little bit more. You can do a little bit more as far as what they doing. And I think that's a good portrayal as far as, I guess you would say human nature, as far as when you in these type of situations, wouldn't that question come about as far as how would you deal with it? Or what would you do as far as if you stuck in a town? What, like, you have characters that not only care about but you want to see survive, but I guess put yourself in those shoes, especially with a character like Boy, who's portrayed by Harold Panera, and I'm sorry I keep saying if I'm saying his name wrong, but it's just those situations, like asking those questions, like what would you do if you were in those similar situations, what they're going through. And like I said, it's just the enjoyment from the character development and following these characters and trying to find the mystery of what's really going on. Let's move along as far as plot wise, because like I said, I just wanted to get into some of the characters, which I still haven't got fully into a lot of these characters. It's not just the fact that this town they get stuck in. Like I said, once Matthews come through here, they pretty much going in circles until they can't get their way out, until they end up crashing into this guy Jade and his friend, which leads to another situation one I won't dive into. And like I said, I'm gonna try to stay away from spoilers because I feel like a lot of people haven't had a chance to check out this series, so I want them to get a chance to check it out. I am gonna try to work on doing like a spoiler thing if I get somebody else to join me. Maybe I'll do that, but y'all let me know in the comment section once y'all hear this review if y'all want me to do that. But like I said, it's a lot more going on in this town than just them being stuck in it. We also have a situation once nighttime come about, and that's where we get these individuals as far as these monsters. I'm giving them between like vampires and zombies, because I'm guessing with a lot of them, they look like people that people know from their past that have passed away. And it's a scene where when it comes to the Matthews and they running up to this house, and it's like the Matthews, they haven't even been in this town before. And when the daughter, she like sees an individual that seems, I guess, familiar to her, and it's like, oh, so it's a situation where these people or these monsters or whoever they are, they could turn into people that you either lost in the past or whatever it is. But these monsters, these ain't no like, oh, we're gonna suck your blood, we're gonna do this and the third. No. These are very, very vicious creatures. And I like this guy I got in here up here in the corner. It's like they terrifying, and the way he look is damn so terrifying. But it's the way they come about and the way they attack you. They don't just come in like they just come in full force. They manipulate you. And that's the thing about these monsters. And like I said, they only come at night.
Not once we shut the window. I promise.
I've missed you so much.
Megan, what are you doing?
You don't look like my grandma.
She's not your grandma.
I'm so lonely.
Baby, please just...
Maybe I can come in.
It's a lot of these things that ends up happening in the first episode, and it just took me off guard. Not really off guard, but it was like, okay, I knew they was trying to do certain things as far as similar to Lost, but that's where, to me, where it kind of separates itself from Lost. It's the fact, like, yo, ain't no, like, just little images here and there. Like, they showing you at full extent just how vicious these creatures are and what's going to happen if certain things happen. And that's where, once again, where we come into the play as far as Boyd being the leader and certain decisions that he ends up having to make for certain people when they do certain things. Like, it's really, really, really good just to see them not holding back as far as not knowing who gonna die and what's gonna happen to certain individuals, including kids. Like I said, ain't like I want to go out here and watch a movie where kids are getting killed or nothing, but watching a show where you feel like nobody is safe, that puts a lot of tense moments in here when you watching these episodes, and that's where you just tensing up, because that's where I bring in and why I talk about these monsters and why I talk about these moments where you're talking about these attacks, because to me, every episode is a tense moment, and every episode is feel like somebody is dying. Whether you end up getting to know certain people or getting to know certain characters, it's like somebody is dying each episode, and that's where it's like nobody is safe, especially when you're going into a first season of a series where you don't know if this gonna be your main character or whatever, because they can be leading you on thinking this gonna be the main guy. And I'm telling you right now, bro, I was like feeling some way, because I'm like, don't do this to Boyd, man. Don't take away Boyd. We need Boyd here. Do not do this to me. Like, you want to take somebody, take Ellis, take his son, man. I'm sorry, man. You can take him up out of here. Even somebody like Father Kateri, like, no, we need these characters, and I love the way they build upon these characters to make you want to feel for these characters and make you get a better understanding of these characters and make you enjoy them. Once again, not saying I didn't enjoy the Matthews family, because I feel like they are put in this series for you to feel like more to follow them, especially follow them. But I feel like Boyd, Donna, and even this character Jade that I got on here, like, he ends up being a character that you end up kind of enjoying, because he's kind of portrayed at first as somebody that you really don't like, and I didn't like him at first either. But you got to understand what happens in his situation, and I feel like you watch the series, you'll understand. But once again, spoilers, I'll get into that if I end up doing a spoilers review. But yeah, it's really interesting to see where these characters go. But like I said, it's not that I wasn't interested in the Matthews family. I enjoyed them because they do have some good moments, especially going towards the latter part of the series and going to those later episodes. They definitely come in some good moments that come into play, especially in that season finale. But like I said, man, it's just, like I said, following these characters, especially Boyd, you really enjoy them. But it's not just him, man. It's a lot of characters on here. You have a sheriff that he's working with, a guy named Kenny, that I really enjoy. It's a young kid that pretty much has to step up and play this role too, because of everything that's going on in this town. I really enjoy them too. But like I said, we have a lot of good characters, and another pivotal character is a character named Victor. And like I said, I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but I will say a little bit about his character. He is somebody who's I will say this much. He is somebody who's been around this town a long time. He has been around this town a lot longer than certain individuals, as far as the other people from either the colony house or the town that Boyd's running. He's been around a lot longer than those people. And once again, if you watch the series, you'll understand what I mean by that. But he's definitely one of the pivotal characters. He has a lot going on as far as trying to figure out certain things, being that he's been around a lot longer than certain other individuals as far as other characters in the series. But you really are trying to follow this character and things he has going on in his past. Oh my goodness, man. I feel like he has one of the most devastating pasts of the series and of the characters, because of, just like I said, how long he's been there. So it's really, really hard hitting, seeing everything he's been through, especially the way he's even treated by certain people, and knowing, well, you don't know at first, but once you understand his story and start to get a better understanding of who he is, it is like, damn, man, stop doing him like that. Like, he is trying, like, he seems like he is honestly trying to help individuals, or he's trying to figure something out. But yes, definitely pay attention to Victor. If you haven't seen the series, you need to watch him when you start watching the series. But if you have seen the series, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because he definitely plays a pivotal role in here. And he's one of the main characters that you definitely want to follow, and that you end up following and wanting to know a lot more about, especially with things that he has going on and what he's trying to do. Because his first introduction is like, who is this crazy guy or what he got going on. But once you start following him, once you start seeing the things that he's trying to do, he ends up actually being probably one of the most, if not smartest, but one of the most reliable characters on the series, and somebody that I end up enjoying a lot. It's almost similar to the way I enjoyed Boyd, and where I didn't want to see nothing happen to him. And like I said, a lot of people was getting on my nerves, and that's where I come in with the Matthews family. It's not like it was their fault, because like I said, they just got to the town, but it was the way they was talking to people, especially the father and the daughter, man. It's like the son and the mom was kind of cool, especially the son, but with Jim and his daughter, it's like, bro, y'all got to chill, man. It's like everybody is stuck in this town. It ain't like y'all the only ones. It's like you seen everybody done come through here and they done tried to tell you their stories and explain the situation, and it's like you almost get some of the vibes with them the same way you got with Jade, as far as the young man at the bottom who gets stuck at the town with them, who comes into town at the same time as them. Another pivotal character that we end up following is Sarah. She kind of comes into play towards the middle of the season, and her presence is really important because it's certain things that start happening with her that starts to give a little bit more, I guess, somewhat some information on what's going on in the town, but not really. Like I said, this series, especially this first season, it does not really answer a lot of things, man. And I'm feeling like I'm not giving spoilers away about saying it, because if you watch the series, you can have your own theories, and that's one thing I try to come up with. But like I said, especially going into that season finale, I couldn't come up to any things, man. Like, that's one of the things I really said as far as giving the similarities. If you have watched that season finale, that brings me back to my point of those similarities to not only Lost, but a lot to The Mist. And you will understand once you watch that season finale. But yeah, watching a show like this, it gives you, if anything, a lot more questions than answers. And that's why I say you cannot do a show like this without giving it multiple seasons, at least a season 2. And I feel like we had a show similar that tried to do something like this, not exactly like this, but they tried to have those lost vibes. And what was that show? I think it was Manifest. If y'all know what I'm talking about, I think the show is called Manifest, where the plane disappears for like 5 years and then it comes back, and they trying to find out what happened with the plane, and there's certain things going on here and there. I feel like this show, like From, is doing it a whole lot better as far as trying to dive you into a mystery. And excuse me if I sound like I was a little over the place a little bit with this review, but like I said, there's so much going on. And like I said, I wanted to do a full-on series review just to go in and try to give a little bit of details of how I felt about the series overall. But like I said, it's so much going on. It's a lot more characters that I didn't dive deep into. Like I said, when it comes to the town and the colony house, there's a lot going on. I did try to name some characters that I feel like are very important in this series. But like I said, one of the main ones you definitely are going to be following is Boyd. Like I said, brilliantly. I got to keep saying this. I feel like this guy didn't got no award. Have he got an Emmy yet for how many good roles he's portrayed, especially on TV? But brilliantly played by Harold Pinero. Like I said, man, Boyd is one of the characters that I was consistently wanting to know more about and wanting to consistently follow. Like I said, his son was getting on my nerves. I wouldn't really mess with him. But especially the relationship between him and Father Kateri, like I said, I really enjoyed these two characters, man. They some of the main ones, like I said, with everything going on, and some of they past that you really want to know about. But it's a lot of mystery going on, and I really want to know what's up with these monsters. It's not just, like I said, the whole thing with the town and trying to figure out why they can't leave, and I want to know what's going on with that. But like I said, it's so many questions, because a character that I said y'all better pay attention to, Victor, the things that he starts to discover, the things he starts to come about, the things he starts to understand, that's adding on to me even more questions. And even with the Matthews family, it's certain things that starts to happen where you end up getting Jim starting to work with the guy Jade, and they trying to come up with a certain plan to either get some type of communication outside of the town, or just trying to find some way out of the town. But it's these moments, like I said, where it's a lot going on and you just trying to not keep up, but you just trying to stay with what they trying to do. But not only that, follow the whole mystery behind what's going on with this town, and not only that, with these monsters. It's a lot. It's a lot, and that's why I said when I came into this and started doing this review, I'm definitely feeling like I need to do a spoilers, but I want to get on here with somebody that I feel like is a lot more, I feel like have a lot more theories with the show, because I have theories, but I don't want to come up with no theories because I'll get those whole vibes coming from Lost, where you come up with some shit and they gonna throw you a whole left field. I even feel like maybe they have certain things going on with time traveling. There's some certain things with time traveling going on here. One thing I will say is, man, at the end of this season, the season finale, man, we get so many different directions with characters. Like, we want to know what's going to happen with this character. What's going to happen with this character? What's going on with this character? It's so many different directions. It even comes to a point where it's like, oh, is this character going to live? Or this character is going to live? What's going to happen with this character? I don't want to spoil nothing, but I'm going to tell you straight up, I feel like we don't get no answers with anything. With no answers. I'm feeling like the town itself alone is a huge mystery. It's so many different things going on with not just them not being able to just get out or being stuck there, but it's so many different other things going on. But not only that, it's the monsters. Not only where did they come from, like who are they? What's their lore with the town? What's their whole thing with the town? Like, what is going on with them? And why do they only come out at night? But not only that, it's a certain thing that ends up happening as far as Boyd that ends up having certain things that he ends up using against them. And I'm not going to give nothing away and I'm not going to spoil it, but it's something that he's using where it's like, what's up with that? Because I feel like we don't get full answers on how he's able to use that or how they able to use that and why these monsters seem like to not hurt them, but why they seem like to not want to be bothered with that or seem like they makes them stay away from that. Give me some theories on that if y'all have watched the show, or let me know how y'all feel about that or what's going on with the whole thing with that. And like I said, I'm not going to say what it is or whatever because I feel like a lot of people have not watched this show. And that's another thing, man. I will say that it's like you have these shows out here, like they do this in the third and they try to give you, I guess, certain similar mysteries or just anything. But when it comes to these type of shows like From, and I don't know if it's because it's on EPIX or whatever, it's nobody talking about it. And even with me, I wasn't really catching on. And shout out to my guy Perk Minded, he's another YouTuber who I feel like is doing a lot of good in-depth reviews of this series. He's going episode by episode, which is something that I'm definitely going to do if they do season 2, because it's so much I'm trying to pile into a series as far as this one season, but it's so much that goes on in this first season. I'm telling you, well, with everything that's going on, it's still a lot of questions where it's like, with everything I'm saying, it's still like, I don't know. I don't know. That's all I'm saying, man. But I'm definitely looking forward to a season 2 of this. I'm definitely looking forward to see what's coming next. And I'm hoping maybe we'll get a little bit of questions, because if they become successful with this show, and if this show becomes a lot more bigger than it did as far as season 1, I hope they don't go into those trenches of what they did with Lost. Like I said, I was one of those people that caught on to Lost later, but everything that was going on, the whole mystery behind certain people, the others, y'all remember the others on Lost? Y'all remember that whole thing with the creature that we thought we was going to see, but it was black smoke? You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff I'm talking about. Like, come on, man. I just want to get a little bit more of better answers with everything that's going on when it pertains to the town, what's going on, and then when it pertains to the creatures. That's one thing I will get this series credit for, is giving us something to be afraid of. Because when it came to Lost, I mean, yeah, we got this whole thing going around. What is this monster that's going around making all this noise and I guess killing one person at a time, but you don't even really see that person or nothing happening to that people, or happening to those people, or happening to that person in particular. But when it comes to a series like this, it's like you are seeing the ramifications of certain things that happen when you don't follow the rules or you don't do certain things the way you're supposed to do it. But not only that, you seeing that it ain't no discrimination in this. Anybody can get it, including kids. But not only that, when it comes to a first season like Lost, it seems like it was a lot of good mystery behind it. And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say act like Lost was not better than this, because we only got one season of this. This can go flip over to all type of different ways. But if you want to ask me now, this first season of this show From is way better than I would say those last 2 seasons of Lost. I'm just saying, Lost definitely was good, man. I'm not sitting here acting like Lost wasn't no. That's a series, man. Ain't no way I would go in and try to review Lost without trying to go in depth or trying to do like an episode by episode thing. But it's just so many similarities from Lost. And like I said, it's the people who did this show did Lost, that I have to bring that show up when I'm talking about this, especially with this whole mystery about them being stuck in the town, when you had a show like Lost where it seemed like they were stuck on this island or wherever they was at. So that's what I will say. But I feel like character wise, we have a lot of good portrayal of some characters in here. Like I said, besides Boyd, we have Father Kateria, Donna. Like I said, Donna is the leader of the colony house, but the main character you really are following is Boyd. Like I said, it's the brilliant portrayal by Harold Paneer. My bad if I'm not saying his name right. Well, I know I'm not saying his first name right, but I know I might not be saying his last name right. But it's really his portrayal of this character Boyd that really makes you stay with this story, because for me, it was just trying to find out who was going to go next. It was trying to find out, are we going to get some type of answers with these creatures? But not only that, it's when we started getting certain answers with Victor and certain things he started to find out and certain things with him. But really, when it came to Sarah, it's a really good episode where she is about to do something. It was like, at that moment, especially with having kids getting attacked by these creatures, it was like anything can happen at this point. But it's really interesting to see where they're going to go with this, and I really want to know where they are at. That's all I'm gonna say. If you have watched the show, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you'll understand once you watch the show, if you watch it fully through. But I do have some questions. I want to know, where are they at? Maybe they still in this town with them, but they just in somewhere else, and I don't know. But overall, once again, I want to say excuse me if it sounded like I was a little over the place. Like I said, there's no way I could come in here and try to do an episode by episode review. I wanted to come in and try to do an overall full season review. Like I said, season 1 had a lot of good moments in there. I'm going to try to do a spoiler review, but I'm going to try to reach out and do it with somebody who I feel like is a lot more familiar with the show and went into a little bit more detail than I did. And I might even reach out to Perp if he want to. But like I said, and once again, if y'all do enjoy this show, like I said, I know I was a little over the place or a little all over the place with the review. Perp Minded is somebody you definitely need to check out if you want to go detail to detail, especially by episode. Definitely jump over there to Perp Minded's YouTube channel and subscribe to his channel if you want to go into real depths as far as the show. But overall, like I said, if you really enjoy mystery, you'll definitely enjoy this. If you like Lost, I feel like you will definitely enjoy this. Overall, I feel like it's a lot of good story behind this. I just feel like, as far as questions, I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people might not enjoy it as far as not getting no answers to certain things, especially when you ending on a season 1. But I feel like, would they do that without knowing they was going to get a season 2? I'm just saying, because maybe they went into this like saying, man, this is going to be the hit, this is going to be it right here. Like I said, it's a lot of streaming services going on. There's a lot of things different from when you first had Lost come on. But like I said, I feel like this is a show that you definitely need to be checking out. It's a slept on show because I feel like it's not a lot of too many people talking about it. And I just feel like with having those other shows out here like a Lost or even a movie like The Mist, it might take you away from it, especially having a show like Lost. But I'm telling you, if you give it a chance, you will definitely enjoy it. That first episode is going to hit you. I'm telling you, that's what really caught my attention. It almost gave me vibes of like what The Walking Dead did for me when I first seen that, especially that first season and that first episode. So I would say definitely jump on here. If anything, jump on here just to see Harold Paneer and what he's doing with his acting job and his acting chops and his portrayal of this character named Boyd. I'm telling you, man, this alone and what he's doing with this character will make you want to stay and watch the show. I'm telling you. But overall, like I said, there's some good mystery behind this show. It's some good tense moments. It's some good horror moments too. I don't think I said that enough, or even if I said that at all, it's some very good horror moments when it comes to this show. That I'm telling you, you're gonna be sitting there, oh, don't do that, do that. But like I said, man, you see these portrayals of these monsters, man. You got a grandmother over here, you got this girl over here trying to be all sweet, but look at this creepy ass nigga at the top. Like, no, I don't trust none of this, man. But I'm telling you, man, this is a very good show. You definitely should check it out. Once again, excuse me if it sounded like I was all over the place. Like, I wanted to start it off by giving you a little bit of information on the plot, but I didn't want to give too much away. I feel like the less you know going in, the better. I didn't watch no reviews on this or nothing. I went in straight blindfolded. I did do a trailer reaction for this, and that's all I got from this. Like I said, I didn't watch no reviews even before I did this. I didn't watch no reviews. I just went in straight blindfolded, and I'm telling you, that's the best way to go in if you want to be just engaged with the mystery and engaged with these characters, because besides the mystery and the monsters, it dives a lot into what people would do in these situations. Like I said, you have a whole two sides of people divided with a colony house and the townspeople, and that's another thing they really dive into, and the importance of how people would act in these situations. That's one of the questions I had, was like, how would we feel about this? And that's what I feel like the show does, as far as throwing those questions out there, making you ask those questions to yourself as an audience member looking at a show like this. Well, what would I do in that situation? Like, how would I try to deal with this, especially with this whole shit going on with these monsters coming in? And once you I know, say, calling these certain characters stupid, especially with old buddy when he let old girl in, as far as the monster, but it's like, how would you be reacting, or how would you be doing, especially if you done been in this certain place for a certain amount of time? I'm telling you off guard, I don't feel like, ain't no way, I ain't going with it, especially if I know what these creatures are capable of. But I'm just saying. But overall, man, that's pretty much my review and my take on how I feel as far as From season 1. Like I said, it's a lot going on. I probably didn't touch on, I feel like, a lot more things is going on, but I didn't want to feel like I giving spoilers away. Like I said, you definitely should check this out. As far as performances, I don't feel like nobody's lacking as far as acting. You might not like certain characters for what they doing or the decisions they making, but as far as acting overall, it does not take you away from this. It's a lot of good acting in this show. But overall, I feel like the standout is definitely Harold Panera and his portrayal of Boy. He is definitely a standout in this show. But overall, man, y'all let me know if y'all plan on checking out EPIX's new show From. Like I said, let me know in the comment section, or let me know if you have checked it out and how you feel about it. Let me know in the comment section, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This is the road to 500 subs. Shout out to everybody who's been checking me out. I do appreciate it. And we do have a new episode of Uncut Ish Talk, episode 45, this Friday, 9 p.m. live on YouTube and Twitch. Other than that, man, we out.
They're coming.
There's only so many places we can go. What are they?
You believe in monsters? Please don't.
A man protects his family.
I don't want to hear anything else about kilos or prices. Y'all want to go out on your own? Fine. But do not for 1 second fuck around with what I got to do to get mine. Because I promise you, there is nothing I'm not prepared to do.